We gonna get mic check, 1 2 1 2. Yo, peace, love, and creativity to all the creative natives. I want to welcome you all back to the Black Men Think Tank. I think this is episode 4. I think we 4 episodes in, man. You know, feels good to be live right now. Feels good, man. We got a decent topic today. Gonna be building with my brother Eli Soul. My brother AK said he might join in a little later. We just gonna keep it building, man. We want to still get out the content and still bring some ideas, some light, some peaceful and positive words into this universe, with this topic. So, today's topic will be the non-sexual value of a woman, or the thumbnail said black women, because this is Black Men Think Tank. We want to talk about the community and how we can build us, but it's just really for all women. We ready for any other smoke. If you motherfuckers want to bring the smoke, bring the smoke. So to get started, man, of course you all know I'm brother Jelahi, Creative Knowledge TV. If you haven't already, please subscribe and hit that like button. Smash that like button for me. Smash that like button. So, the non-sexual value of women. The non-sexual value. I'm hearing this narrative out in the universe right now of different brothers online and just in our day-to-day reality, that it really propagates that women, their value lies in her looks, her lips, her hips, and that clit, that thing between them legs. You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing a lot of this energy being spread. I'm hearing a lot of this rhetoric being spilled in the community, and it's changing lives, it's changing mindsets, family. And I'm huge on mindset, because we see how mindsets begin to become actions. So I'm starting to see that these male perverted ideas that drives the new generation of women, which me and Soul, we talked about this before. We think it comes from, hip hop music, rap music, and things like that. But, it just comes from this misogynistic mindset, or this perverted mindset of a man that only bases a woman's value in her sexual capacity, or her willingness to have sex with him, under any circumstances, whether that's his status, whether that's just because he has money, whether that's just because he took her on a first date. We talked about that on the post before, brother. You know what I'm saying? So we are really kind of forcing women's hand by our standards of just letting sex be so frivolous. Like we want women to just give away sex so freely, but then when we're in a relationship with them, we be like, oh, that's my pussy, that's all me, that's all me. Why? When when you were single and you were lusting after her, it was, it may have been just to get the draws, or she had to perform sexual acts for you to even feel like you really, really liked her. You know what I'm saying? So again, this is all stemming from men valuing sex over, the actual person or persona of the woman. You know what I mean? And I think this is why sex is what sells, and sex is what rules the world right now, family. And as you can see, that's why you niggas are beating your dick every day, and you niggas are in love with artificial pleasure. That's why they making sex toys realer than ever, and AI bots and stuff, because they see that the mindset is just really getting towards pleasure instead of personality. You know what I mean? So just to start off, I kind of want to ask my brother Soul, what non-sexual value do men bring, and why are we so sexually driven today? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do we try to force that on women, like, sex or else, which of course sex is a huge component. Any conscious man, any spiritual man knows that, we love women, we love the curves. We're so attracted to that vortex of that darkness, of that mother goddess portal between those legs. But we still also know that she brings different type of values to different aspects
Right.
of life for a man. So what do you think started this type of mindset, so the sexually
Okay.
driven mindset, and what value, non-sexual value, do men have first, just to start off?
Okay. 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 Good question. Very good question, my brother. First off, I want to say, rest in heaven, Sean Love, man. We just lost a brother recently. I just want to, give my condolences to the family and stuff like that. Rest in peace to the brother, man. He was a good brother. Um, like my brother said, my name is Percy Elijah Dupree Williams, representing KVA Dom Game Division. And I believe the question was, what? Because you asked two questions, right? Two questions. It was what non-sexual value do men obtain to give to women, and then the second question was, I believe you said, where did it come from? I believe, is that what you said, my brother? I'm just trying to
Yeah, yes
be
sir, yep,
specific.
yep.
Okay. Uh, well, I would say one. I think where it started was the lack of information and teaching men in general, men specifically, but all young people, especially in Western cultures such as America. Um, I believe that the topic of sex needs to be more taught at a younger age than it is now. I think growing up, you know, I really never had a conversation with any adults on sex until I got older, until I got, I want to say, high school, 16, 17. I think our lack of knowledge is something that is very, very much important, because now you're seeing guys aren't really getting taught sex or getting taught just basic interactions with women at a younger age. As you can see in certain cultures, I can bring it to the Caribbean cultures back there in Jamaica, or I can bring it to the African cultures. A lot of these cultures in the East, they actually make it a priority to teach the men sex at a younger age, to get them familiar with it.
Facts.
And I
That's
think and I
facts.
think that kind of has its effects. I think when you speak on things like such as sex, especially with men in America, it's that word you use, perverted. I think it's completely perverted. I think now it's only seen, sex is not seen as a spiritual way of expressing yourself anymore. It's now seen as just physical pleasure or physical lust, that now is just created a toxic mentality, is, individually and also online. As now, as you can see, most people feel as if before, like, to whether it be to build a business, or whether it be to, even promote themselves, they feel the need that they have to promote themselves in a sexual way first, before before we even get to any other layers or any other, characteristics they have. They feel like sex appeal has to be the number one thing. As you said before, I think sex, obviously sells the most, partially because we all, well, I'm gonna say partially, mostly because we all need sex, or we all have the uh, lustful urge for sex, even in our younger years. Most definitely in our younger years as men, sex is very important. Um, I think where what values do us as men have specifically? I would say it all depends on. I would say, one, it all depends on the individual man. But if if it were to be, as I guess a broad statement, I would say just the basic masculine characteristics and qualities that we speak on today, that we can also always offer them, or give them, what I'm saying, in a daily dosage of just being around them. I think I just now, I'm not gonna lie, I just now been able to, be comfortable with expressing myself in ways with women, and not necessarily always going straight to that lustful thinking. Even when I'm dealing with a beautiful young lady, I'm not naturally automatically like, oh man, I should shoot my shot, you know what I'm saying, or I should do, you know what I mean. Now I'm seeing that it's like, this is just a normal human being, just like how I'm a normal human being. Like I try to limit the amount of sexual thoughts that I have. I think it's very unhealthy. I know women, I don't know for sure, but I know the stigma out there is that, like, oh men, all they think about is sex, all they care about is sex, you know what I'm saying, which I'm not gonna lie, to a degree, what I mean, it has its truth. But I don't think it's healthy to constantly be in that state of mind and that state of mindset in an everyday basis, even just when dealing with, what I'm saying, with people, what I mean, all through life. So I think first and foremost, we have to address, like, why has, like, sex not been talked about in the younger years in us growing up, and how it's became so out of control, where now it's, what I'm saying, it's literally destroyed families and destroyed people's lives, just, due to the sexual energy. So that's what I would say.
Mm, man, that was powerful, bro. I definitely agree. And you said a key point, which is kind of when the brothers are always like, we shouldn't even be always focused on sex, even when we are around our women, because of the simple fact that that's just a lustful energy. And when you lust for something, you kind of will go to extreme measures to get it. So that's why you see, rape and things like this happening in the world family, because sexual urges is a very powerful energy. And this is why like we kind of got to talk to the women, because women, it's a whole generation of you out here that is letting sex become this just physical pleasure type of ordeal, instead of the actual binding of souls, the actual, what I'm saying, connection between two different individuals. It is an important ritual. And we should be able to do it as freely and as frequently, because it is natural, but we still should do it mentally, you know, um intelligent. So I feel that women have to start taking accountability for this issue, especially because it is so important for them to set that standard again, to not just surround themselves around just sex, or thinking their value lies in their body, their shape, the way they look. You know what I'm saying? Like, women don't even lead with their brains no more sometimes. Just like how men now, we want to strive to lead with our wallets as much as we can. Well, you know what I'm saying? That's what we're kind of hearing a man
Right,
should do,
right,
is
right.
lead with our wallet instead of leading with our perspective or our purpose or our guidance. You know what I'm saying? I think women are starting to try to lead with their sex appeal instead of their brains. And that's why you see these PhD women doing monkey double backflips for these GED men, the Pookie and Ray Rays, because it's like they think the more women think, the more a
I like
man
that.
wants
I
to
like that.
have, you feel me? The women think the more
I
a
like
nigga want to have sex with them, that proves how much love he has for her. And that's not
mm,
necessarily true. That's why you kind of see some brothers will pursue, like, okay, let's give this example. um have you ever like been on a date, or you ever like been talking to a lady, and she fine, whatever, you want to hit that, but you would go out on a few dates, this and that, and if you're so lustful for just getting some of that, you notice, like, after you done getting it, you kind of be like, man, like, oh, it's time for me to go, or what I'm saying, especially if
the
if
mystery gone.
you're
Right,
not
right.
really right, the mystery gone now. So like, if you're not really in tune with her personality or her persona, This is the confusion between lust and love, family. And
It's
brothers, we have to
it's
take
like when
accountability as
it's like
well.
when Wayne said it's like when Wayne said what he say in that one bar, he said, as soon as I come to my senses, something like that he
Yeah.
said. And I was like, man, that shit crazy. But like I
you
think I
know?
think I think man, like when it comes to the as far as like with women concerned, and this is why I asked you specifically, like, does this online shit really translate to the real life world? Now I think it does.
Right.
As far as I think as far as influence online, yes it does.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
when I feel like I get in front of people, and this is why I think when Ron Will said specifically a lot in a lot of his videos, he tells men a lot of times that we have to start getting out more. We have to
Yeah.
start really seeing the field, and really
Yeah.
starting to see like what's real and what's really true. Cause we
Yeah.
like cause that let's just be real. A
Yeah.
lot of these guys who talk a lot of this, well, women are just this and women are just that. A lot of these dudes are not socially active. They're not. They don't interact with women. Not even just necessarily like on some sexual shit, but just on some, hey, how are you doing type shit. They don't even know how to talk to the. They don't even know how to talk to the grocery clerk that's a female. You know what I'm saying? And just chop it up with her and just you know what I mean? Hey, how you? You know what I mean? They don't even know how to
Exactly.
do those simple things
Exactly.
because you know what I'm saying. They not getting out. That's why I say, fellas, we have to start getting out more. Even me, who I'm king introvert. You know what I'm saying? I'm king introvert. So I know
Right.
sometimes I be in my head where I'm like, you know what, like what I'm saying. I need to get out more. I need to maybe I should just hit this bar real quick. Sometimes I just hit a bar real quick and just sit down and just chop it up with random motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying or whatever, and that'll just get that. It'll cleanse you of that social of that like what would I want to say of the internet facade or the pseudo relationship shit that like the manosphere and just in general like that they want to put on women because I have to be honest with you when I come around like regular chicks and I mean like to me they obviously beauty subjective. So I know when I say, beautiful, I know some guys gonna be like, well, she ugly as fuck to me. You know what I mean? Well,
Right.
maybe she look good to me,
Exactly.
so that's what it does.
Right.
But but when I come across those type chicks or when I come across those type women, I don't get that kind of energy off of them that like they think I'm a thirst bucket or like I've got plenty compliments from women that like because like we all know, especially in the black community, like the Pookie and Ray Rays and these guys and stuff like that. They are seen as like the top on the hierarchy chain as far as like the black community goes. I've had plenty interactions with women who literally would tell me like, you know what, like, because I ain't no street nigga, so I ain't got no need to cap on here. They literally would say like, oh, you're not my type. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'd be like, what you mean? Like, what you mean by that? And they'd be like, oh, you're not my type. You know what I mean? I usually like, the Pookie and Ray Ray street, the street niggas and shit. And they'd be like, but you know what I'm saying? You a thorough dude. I remember this one girl. I ain't gonna say her name because I know she be watching this type shit. But like, she literally said like, she was like, you know what? You not my type at all, but it's something about you. You a thorough nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, wow, like what is that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what does that
Yeah.
really mean? But I
Yeah.
but I think like what she meant was like you know what I'm saying? Like being a thorough man, guys, can definitely get you farther than acting like something you not. And this is why a lot of guys are failing in relationships and failing with women is because a lot of dudes are trying to put on a mold or they're trying to put on this image of themselves that just don't naturally fit them. And man, like when I say like when you just being yourself and as far as when it comes to just like, not necessarily being sexual. Obviously, you have your sexual ways and stuff like that. And when you know to learn to master that and learn to when to turn that on and off, man, you know what I mean? That's the ultimate power. You know what I'm saying? You damn near the superior man. You know what I'm saying? Me and my brother still got to make a rap. You know, make a build on that. But
Facts.
you know what I'm saying? You damn near a superior man. You know what I'm saying? When you know what I mean? When you come to the understanding of yourself and not, you know what I'm saying, what society's trying to make you be. So that's definitely what I yeah. That's definitely what I would say about that.
No, I like that. I like that, man. Thanks for that input, bro. Okay, so let me ask this: Is can a woman ever provide leadership to a masculine man
100%.
that's a leader as well?
100%. Most definitely.
And I say that because brothers, we gotta kind of start realizing and coming to our senses and stop the cap, stop the internet cap, stop all the cap. Because honestly, most of you niggas haven't did it all by yourself,
Most definitely.
and I know, just kind of from personal experience, men sometimes we can't do it all by ourselves in certain situations. Now you can, but then what would be the reason to have women? You know what I'm saying? Like what
That's
what did
100%.
God put women on the earth for? You know what I'm saying? So
I
in
do.
my
I
opinion,
know that. Yep.
yeah, my bad.
No, no, no. Go ahead. Go ahead. My brother. My
No,
bad.
that's why I kind of said earlier. I mean, I think a woman's number one value to me would just be, her peace or her ability to bring tranquility to the relationship. If she's, living in her femininity and living in her energy, like, just able to embrace her energy, you know what I
Right.
mean? And able
Right.
to let you lead, to
I,
be
I know
relaxed.
exactly what you
Because
mean.
9 times out of 10, if a woman sees a man unrelaxed or rattled, she gonna get rattled, and then that's in turn gonna really make bro rattle. So if you kind of
Right.
see,
Right.
if you have a good help me, as the Bible loves to speak of, for a lady, she can kind of bring you equanimity in certain situations where you may be even off as a man, because we're so direction minded, we're not emotional. So we may just be like fuck, I just got to do something else, just got to do something else. She may be able to bring you to a
Right. Right.
peaceful state. She may be able to bring you and calm you back down and help you be able to stabilize your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Just maybe. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
if
Most
of
definitely.
course we can all do this by ourselves as well, but you know what I'm saying? This is just one of the values I think um a lady does bring to my life personally, is
Right.
just peace and tranquility sometimes when the mind is rushing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Most
So
definitely.
what would you say to that point, or what would be your number one point you would say is the value of a woman that's non-sexual?
Um. Well, that's an amazing question. I would say, for me personally, I think the biggest one of the biggest I guess you would say attributes to me that a woman has to my life, or that a woman has in general, is adaptation. I think that
Mm.
when women are amongst men in a relationship, or just in general, they have a very great sense of adapting to that man's needs and that man's wants. So let me give you an example. Like, I believe, like you said, help me. I think every woman should be a help me to a man. Every woman, if she's in that relationship with that man, with the understanding that this man is leading her to greatness, I believe she should be or helping that man meet the goals, or meet the success, as as if it was her own. So I would say, let's give this as an example. If I tell my lady, hey, listen, sweetie, you know, I need you to go to Staples. I need you to go get markers, paper, all the stuff like that. We're gonna make some flyers and stuff like that, and then we're gonna We're gonna, spread them out or during the weekend for this build that me, Jelahi, and AK gonna have, and blase, blase, blah. If me giving her that task, because I could easily do it myself. I mean, not easily, like you said, like not easily, because those things obviously add up. Those little, miscellaneous little tasks that we don't want to do, or not necessarily that we don't want to do, but it would take a lot more time to do. She could also help me with, and then that would be bringing so much more value to the overall team, that it's very important that she does carry out that mission. Now, what if she doesn't carry out that mission? And this is why now that my brother in the live, we could talk more about, you know, the friends benefits, as far as like when you being friends with a female. If she's not serving that purpose, fellas, that to you, pussy aside, vagina aside, sex aside, she's telling you that she has no other value to you other than sex, if she's not willing to carry out the simple task that you're telling her that doesn't require her spreading her legs. If she's not carrying out those missions, then why should you feel as if like you need to invest anything other than sex, especially if she's not willing to invest anything other than sex? So that to me, when it comes to in a relationship specifically, if she's not trying to, if she's not being a help me, or she's not being someone who is trying to be helpful as far as to your goals and your mission, that's when you probably have to start to really ask yourself, like, okay, what value does this woman really have? Because I know great women out there who have a lot of value to their men, and they actually do, you know what I'm saying, help out a lot of the times, and don't let the man just try to figure everything out on himself. So I think add that, like her figuring out, like, okay, now obviously I don't believe that like a man should have to tell her, if you gotta tell your woman to do XYZ constantly, and she's not picking up, like if you live with your lady, you live with your woman, and she's not like scanning the area and seeing what is needed to be done, to me that says a lot. Me opinion, my opinion. That says a lot. If
I
she
agree.
can't just be like, you know what, like, like he likes to eat this kind of food. Maybe I should meal prep for him, so when he get out of work, he don't need this. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe he need. You know what I'm saying? Like if she's not having those type of thoughts, fellas, that's when you got to be like, okay, now I'm starting to see the direction and where things is going. So that's what I would say, with non-sexual value, I believe that they have, and plenty other more. But that's what I would say to that.
That's powerful. That's powerful. Those were great sentiments, my brother. Man, my brother AK just joined in. Man, I'm gonna let my brother introduce himself, and I'm gonna just ask you the same question. I just asked my brother Soul. Man, that was just powerful, though. Um, what what did I say? What would be your number one, you know, asset or value that you would say a woman possesses non-sexually to you personally? We ain't got it, but you can go into what men, but you know what I'm saying, just you
Yeah.
personally as well.
Yeah. First of all, what up? Loving life from the realm, aka Abdul Jabbar. Um, appreciate my brothers holding it down till I came in here, man. Um, I would for me, what works, I would say somebody that is or a non-sexual thing would be kind of similar to what Soul said. Like you don't. There's this quote by Nip that said like you should be able to give your partner what they need without them asking. And I feel 50-50 about that. Like I think that's a really great um asset for a woman to have, but you can't read nobody's mind, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think that's what he meant, but kind of like Soul was saying, oh, I see he's eating a certain way. Let me meal prep for him. You know, kind of just somebody that stays ahead of the game on their own accord though, because they want to, not because They feel like that's what they have to do to keep you, or it shouldn't be uh, a a chore so much, you know. Even for me and my lady, what works is that we're able to just read off of each other most of the time, you know. It's kind of just the energy that women carry, you know, that men do read. Like you that's what I was saying about the whole friend zone thing. Is like we know, you know what I mean? Like we can tell, but we push this shit anyway just to shoot our shot or have a chance and shit. Like we know when certain shit ain't for us, and we know, and so do they. So I think more of somebody that understands body language and is really receptive to kind of just the mood and the mode of things that's going on. You know, um, you could be having a bad day, and you know you or your partner might pick that up off of each other. Now, yeah, you could do certain shit to, like, you know, lighten the mood up, crack some jokes or whatever, but it might be one of them times where motherfuckers is playing too much or something, and they really not in the mood for shit like that. You have to be able to read that and like know when to do certain things, you know. But to play off the other half of it though, like you have to be vocal about how you feel, and I think more men should start doing that because we get this idea of we complaining or we just bitching, but we have to you got to speak up for what you want at the same time because like I said before, like can't nobody read your mind. They can read kind of the energy that's going on, but as far as you like wanting some shit, can't nobody read that. You know, you can't expect dudes want like goal oriented women, and what do I want? Now I want to say like not have no goals, but kind of just expect them to pick up off the game from them. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Kind of like it's dudes. Man, I'm watching this show right now, and this dude is like, you know, he kind of questioning his relationship because he's an entrepreneur and bossed up and in the stocks and shit. And he's like mad at her because she don't understand the shit. She don't want to learn how to do it. And that's not the way things should be. Like that's a huge turn off. But she doing she get into shit that she's not interested in trying to keep up with this dude. And it's still not good enough for him. So we got to be able to know what each other want when we speak up. You know, we can't expect everybody to like the things that we like to do, the things that we do. You know, even as far as like my T-shirt printing, like I can show her how to use it, but am I gonna be pissed off if she don't want to make shirts whenever I don't want to, or is she not like, you know what, like he could use some help on the orders, let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me help out because it's my work. You know, that would be great. But also, like, I'm cool with her not doing stuff sometimes, and it is just up to me to kind of figure it out or things like that.
And see, and that's a good point because, like you said, she would do all this, do this, and that, and it would still not be enough. That's because of that lust. That's because of, like me and Soul said earlier, that male perversion mindset where, again, we talked about this before about, these unrealistic standards sexually translates to like unrealistic standards, just period, because we value sex so much. We are expecting sex sexual pleasure to be like our money pleasure as well from her. Like, when a woman is making less than a man or something like that, we love to be like, well, definitely she gotta be, what I'm saying, bending it over to the damn, what I'm saying, like put that arch, what I'm saying,
Yeah,
behind the couch and shit like that. So you feel me? So I think once that lust is over, this is what's teaching men to fall out of love with the persona, and this is why again, this is the same concept of like just false idols, how we follow different gods instead of just the actual personification of God, which is just strength, leadership, um, what's some other good qualities, fortitude, you know what I'm saying, things like that, like
Courage and
instead of,
independence.
yeah,
Yeah.
courage, independence, and things like, instead of just being of God, we want to follow something that's kind of like it. So that's the same thing with this lust thing or this sexual nature. As long as the sex is good, we'll deal with things that may not be up to par in other areas. And this
Mm.
is why
And that's
you
a fucked
got
up
all these
situation
brothers
to be
cheating.
in, man. Yeah, bro, for
Yeah,
real. Like,
that's
just cause you, as long as she opening this shit up, whenever I say like, I'll put up with
yeah,
it, you know, it is, and it
yeah,
don't even be shit that they grow or try to learn to get used to. It just be, oh,
yeah.
that's just how they are. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I would say, you know, she a good woman if she has my second quality, which would be the quality of nourishment, which would just be at least the ability to make something grow, bro. Like my brother Soul said, like if she's not scouting
Mm.
around kind of on some Scantron shit, like, okay, like you said, okay, I see his schedule be like this. How can I try to fit in here to where I, and then put my input in here where that can still keep him wanting to move up in love, move up in his job, move up in, you know what I'm saying? Like if
Mm-hmm.
she if
Mm-hmm.
she not telling you to go 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 go, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kinda, you know what I'm saying? That will be a great trait in a woman that's non-sexual, you know. And
And
we got to kind of start depicting that more in the mainstream. Go ahead, my brother.
and to piggyback to piggyback off what you said, brother. Like sometimes I feel like, as far as when it comes to with us as just men, we have to come to an understanding that like our some of our mentalities have been different are different. We go about dealing with women differently based upon how we were raised and our influences, not necessarily just internet, but just our everyday life and just how we were raised. Some men don't 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 really care for the non-sexual uh value of a woman. So let's just say there was time periods where, obviously, we're in a patriarchy society right now. There's been patriarchy societies for generations and generations to come and for years. There's been times where men didn't really care about the values other than a woman reproducing. If you know what I'm saying, like there was no other, to certain men, there was no values that like a woman had or possessed that like a man could ever really use, because they
Right.
men felt like, well, shit, we can build power. We in a way they did. They built a lot of power without the I guess not necessarily the counseling of a woman. Now we in the present day where women are, it's not, I ain't gonna say it's flipped, but women have now have upgraded to where now a woman has done things such as build her career, you know what I'm saying, make money for
Mm-hmm.
herself, actually provide for herself. And now, being that was at one point the main thing that made a man, now it's shit, a woman could do the same, do those exact same things that a man can do, and there's really no separation as far as like who what the opposite sex actually brings to the table. So when we're talking about non-sexual attention, a lot of, and friend zone, and I know we haven't really touched on that yet, but fellas, if y'all don't, not y'all, but like, what I'm saying, people who watch, fellas, if y'all don't want non-sexual attention from women, or necessarily you don't care for that, don't sit there and lie and try to make yourself into something that you're not. If you, I've been through this plenty of times in my life where, if a woman wasn't offering me sex in the, you know what I'm saying, in the first, interactions with her, as far as like not necessarily like right then at that moment, but
Mm-hmm.
if she wasn't, if the conversation wasn't leading to you being my woman or me and you actually being intimate in that level, I didn't have nothing to rap about. There was nothing to talk about. There's nothing that, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing that I felt it was reason for us being in any kind of relationship or any kind of fellowship in any way. Sometimes that might have burned me. Sometimes that might have been a good thing. Nowadays, you see guys saying, well, okay, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll be her friend and you know what I'm saying, maybe things have changed. And that to me that's the definition of a trick. Well, a trick isn't necessarily a lot of guys thinking, well, if you show love to a woman, and this is why we've started using the word simping instead of tricking, but simping. Nowadays, if you think, oh well, if you show love to a woman, you're tricking. No, tricking is when you're showing love to a woman and you're tricking yourself into believing that if I give her this, she's going to give me that, and you're tricking yourself into believing that this is an organic relationship. This is an organic
Yeah,
relationship that like she really loves me for me, but she really doesn't because she only loves me for what I'm providing for her. That is an actual trick, and guys are being in this delusional fantasy world instead of being like, you know what, man, I don't want no friendship with a bitch. I'm cool with that. Be honest with that. Be honest. If that's not what you're trying to do, don't sit here and lie and try to make up, you know what I'm saying, a whole bunch of things about yourself. And then when it doesn't pan out your way, now all of a sudden bitches ain't shit. Now all of a sudden,
that's
you know,
why
oh
they
man, these
say,
hoes is this, these hoes is that. Like, nah, man,
yeah,
you set
motherfuckers are
yourself up for
saying
that. You
like,
set yourself up for that.
who are like T-Pain them used to, it ain't tricking if you got it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got it like that, bro, you ain't got to do
Right,
none of
right,
that shit.
right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna throw kind of a wrench in the discussion then. Did y'all ever truly be with like an abstinent woman? Cause I got a homie that's in a relationship like
Give
that.
me
You know,
like, what do you mean?
she firm on like, yeah, I'm not engaging in no sexual activity until like I can see motherfuckers are just with me for me. You know what I'm saying? And he with that shit though. Like he with that shit. So
I
some people will be like, bro, you simp, like you a simp because you doing all this just to fuck. In the long
right,
run.
right,
But
right.
I don't know, man. Like people
Nah,
that
I
genuinely
don't. I
engage
do.
in a,
I couldn't.
no,
No sir,
I
not me.
couldn't.
But
Absolutely not.
but that, and that's not because that like I'm just that's not because like I'm a dog or anything like that. I'm just saying that because that's just my program. Like I couldn't, not saying I couldn't wait for sex if a woman was to, you know what I'm saying, be in that kind of, because I've been in positions like that, and currently I'm in that position. I don't, it's not like I'm you know what I'm saying, I'm not talking about like, oh, do you mind waiting for sex? I'm saying guys be out here hoping for sex, and in the back of the woman's mind, she know good and damn well she not giving you no pussy. You know what I'm saying? She
That's a
know good
fact.
and well that like
That's
she know
facts.
damn
Because
well
now
that bitch
women
probably
women know
she not giving you no pussy.
women know on the
She
first
not.
date who they gonna get a pussy to. Like every
When they
bitch that
see
I
you
you,
done
when they
agree.
fuck,
see
I
you,
agree.
that's what I'm saying.
when they
Like every
see
bitch
you,
that you done fuck, you was supposed to fuck. Like on my life. You know what I'm saying?
right?
Bottom
When they
like,
see
line
you,
though.
when they see you, they
real
know.
shit.
Like
Oh yeah,
when
I'm
they see
gonna
you, they
fuck
know.
bro.
Like
On my
yeah, that
life.
nigga. Yeah,
You feel
yeah,
me?
and that ties into that. That ties into the non-select and select that what Ron Wills talk about. That
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
yes, you see a lot of non-select. You don't see a lot of select men complaining about women. Why? Because and obviously no men can deem a man to be select or deem a man to be alpha. Only a female can do that. And obviously the man, you know what I'm saying, a man to be select, you know what I'm saying, he's going through life with good interactions with women through his life. You know what I'm saying? Like he's been having, not the best, obviously, you know what I'm saying? Everybody takes L's here and there. But he's had good interactions with the, you know what I'm saying? Some guys, bro, they have not had a woman ever tell them they handsome before. You know what I'm saying? And like that should be getting in niggas' heads like, God damn, like, am I just like, that's why I tell guys, get in that gym, stack that bread, You know what I'm saying? Do all the things that you can control, and then you feel me. Everything else will play
Yeah.
itself out. But nah,
Okay.
man, yeah.
Okay, so let me go here with it then. Uh let me try to do this first. Let me try to take this commercial break, see if this video will pop up. And then if not, I got a question for y'all fellas. Hold on real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah,
Let me see.
yeah. No, man. These women know if they gonna give that pussy up or not, man. They
Bro,
know.
that's
They know. They,
why
you know what I'm
like
saying? Don't.
Let's see if that shit'll play. I can reach all of my goals if I don't lack effort. Ballin' in a whole nother league, nigga. My stats better. Dior sweater with Margielas because it match better. Throwing signals at my picture just like a back catcher. No members that throw gang signs back on the stove. Standing outside with the pole like I'm going to vote. Can't get too
like I'm
relaxed
going to
on one
vote.
level, nigga. There's more to go. Everything sitting on water look like a Florida coast. Let me get off that subject. The Jimmy Butler, my bro, my op, wish he wasn't. Hatred makes us both suffer. What a wonderful struggle. We done made it out the ghetto. What a wonderful hustle. Yeah. The resources of earth grow plentiful. They do. Lions don't fight with each other because there's plenty food. Anywho, I possess more knowledge than any school or any dude. Hell no, I don't want no dude say I'm a any dude. You think a nigga we're gon' cause? But yeah, I just wanted to play a little clip of that, man. Y'all go check out our music, man. We be doing that shit.
For
But
sure, for sure. Yeah, yeah.
now
Shout out
look. So
shit.
my
Shout out.
question to y'all is, okay, now what if a woman has the value of strength? You know how they love to say, black women are the least protected, and but then you have the other the other side of the coin where you have black women saying we strong, and what I'm saying, we want to be strong black women and this and that.
Right.
Is that a good value to have in a woman, a strong woman, and can a woman be just the right amount of strong for a strong man?
It is. There's a
Mm,
lot of people, and I've seen it, and there's the some of the women that like to overpower the men with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they were raised that way. Like they was raised on don't depend on no man. You self sufficient and shit, but then get in these relationships and just try to over dominate shit. You
mm,
know what I mean? Like um. And then there's some fellas that's cool with that. They'll take the back seat and put, let the woman in charge and shit like that. Like what? So what about just simple shit like y'all out to eat and your order is wrong and she the one that speak up and say something all the time and shit like that.
Right,
You know what
right.
I'm
Oh,
saying?
good point, K. Good point, K. So is
But it's
that
it's a
is that the
lot of
type of
niggas that'll be
strength
like, yeah,
we
it
want?
depends on the um aggression behind it. You know what I'm saying? And kind of the intent on that
mm.
shit too. Because like I know I can go to my lady and for a call. I can leave like, okay, if we getting carpet or hardwood floor, I'm gonna leave that shit up to her. Which one do you want? You know what I'm saying? It's about kind of trust each other's judgment, but she don't ever come to me, no, I don't give a fuck. We get hardwood floors because I said so. You know what I'm saying? So
Right,
it's a
right.
lot of brothers that submit to that shit and be cool with it, and then they just play the provider role and work and just handle everything else and shit.
Right, right.
But
Yeah, shit.
you got to have that balance though. You don't want no woman that do every single thing you say. You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course not. Hell no.
You want a
Right,
motherfucker to tell
right,
you no sometimes.
right. No, of
Just
course.
to
So
just to show their own
They want
independence.
us to be dominant like that with them though. They want us to be,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, that leader and that leader to them, and even for them, I've recently I've heard a lot of like alpha female slash female talking. And I like it because I do see that hierarchy. Like I do realize that there is a hierarchy even with women.
You
I know
think
a lot
these
of times when we
UFC
speak on
women like
hierarchy,
submitting to the men that they're
no,
with? Like
no,
I wonder how
yeah,
that work.
oh, 100
Yo,
percent,
yo,
a
peace to
hundred
my brother
percent,
True
a hundred
Gaming,
percent.
man. Shout out my brother, man. Shout out True
What's up,
Gaming, bro.
True?
He be tuning in, Joe. I fuck with you, brother.
Shout out my boy.
What up, man?
Put them super chats up. But yeah, nah, shit, yeah, man. It be hella. It be bro. At the end of the day, for every female who had like, cause obviously if we speaking on black women, we all know that black women are probably the most masculine females, just genetically, scientifically. But even them, they, what I'm saying. There's a man out there that'll completely dominate the fuck out of her in a good way, That'll, what I'm saying. That she would completely submit to. I've, what I'm saying, the women that I'm dealing with now, the one or the, what I'm saying, the woman I'm dealing with now, I see it even in her little interactions, like, what I'm saying, when she dealing with other guys around, what I'm saying, whatever, it's a real masculine bro kind of, in they way, in they feminine way, how they, they interact with men, what I'm saying, that they not dating or
Right.
even interested in, how they interact. And then when I come around, it's the total opposite energy of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's not, I'm not like doing anything specifically that's like, what I'm saying, that I'm aware of, but that's just how she is with like a man that, like, she submit to and a man that she don't. And that what I mean, that falls for almost any woman. You know what I'm saying? No matter how masculine or, what I'm saying, that she may be, there's always a man out there that, she, what I mean, she'll tap into that submissive energy real quick, and that don't mean that she weak though. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean that she weak. I hate that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, they be trying to paint female or paint feminine energy or women in general as like, helpless, weak creatures that need saving. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't the truth at all. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, nah, man, that's not the truth at all when it comes to that.
I like that. That was a good question, man. And again, like you brothers both said, like it 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 kind of got to match, not match strength, but it has to be that balance again. The way the scales, because you want her to have enough strength to take care of her own shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to have to be like, nigga, you got to deal with her emotions and balancing yours. You're gonna have to deal with that anyway. But you at least want a partner
You don't
that thinks.
feel responsible for it.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, right? Like, okay, yeah. If you right, you
Mm.
don't feel obligated. Now, if it comes a point where it's like, okay, let me give reinsurance, that's always needed, or let me give positive reinforcement, that's always needed. Cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that. I'm cool with, like, we got to get back comfortable with speaking power into each other. You know what I'm saying? When we're in a
Mm.
relationship, or just
Yep.
when we're talking to our brothers and sisters on the daily, like my dad be saying, he said one time, because it was like a group of niggas, and it was a shorty like working on her car by herself and shit. And me and my pops, we moving some in though, like we already doing something like heavy ass couches and shit. So we like, bro, like I would, but we got this to do. And we was just talking like, come on, bro, them three brothers right there should be like on some non-sexual shit. They should kind of be over there like, hey, what's going on with the car now? You know what I'm saying? And then, hey, if
Yeah,
she be
yeah,
like, oh, I
yeah,
got it, I
yeah.
got it, I got it.
Right.
You know what I'm
Cause
saying? Because some
niggas will
women,
be like,
you
oh,
know what I'm
like, I'm
saying?
gonna try to get her digits and shit out of her,
Facts,
bro.
facts. No, like literally just walk up, what's up with the car? If she be like, no, I got it, I walks dead away. You know what I'm saying? Like, because some women gonna already give you that defense mechanism, because they, black women already be thinking we just trying to fuck off jump, because it's that type of energy in the air with black men and black women, bro. That's why it's a war between us, because it's like they don't trust us to even have their best interest. So me and my pops was just talking, and we was kind of laughing,
Mm.
like that should be natural. Like, you young niggas don't do that shit. Like, he was like, back in their generation, we be damn if we see a granny changing a tire or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? We seeing these niggas just smoking
Mm,
and chilling, pants sagging. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't even probably know what to do under the hood. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta kind of, you know, try to ease them back into trusting us just all around, trusting us with their persona, bro, not just, you know, that sexual energy or that lust. You know what I'm saying? So that's just gonna
Yeah.
start with us paying more attention, man, learning love languages and
So
shit like that.
is it our fault that they feel unprotected then?
Um, I mean,
hell no.
I don't think so
I
neither,
don't.
but
I
I
say
think
hell no.
like
mm,
it's put in the narrative that we control that shit. That like,
right. I was gonna
you
say y'all
know,
hear y'all niggas all the time be like me and the leaders though. So like, like I don't get it, but it's like what do y'all? That's just what I'm talking about. Niggas be like, we gotta get back to how we used to be. And like, okay, how was it that it ended up being like this then?
that's what I'm saying. What's the
Yeah,
solution?
yeah,
Because
no,
it feel
I
like
think nah, they
I'm
definitely
only,
need to
but
do
look,
that.
you only hear it today though. Like that'd be my argument against it, bro. Like I ain't never heard
Yeah.
my mama, my granny, and my auntie like ever say no shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
And they like they really don't mean that shit, bro. Cause they got uncles and grandpas and shit that'll hold it down for them and protect the shit out of them, bro. So I think
Right.
it has to
Yeah,
stop coming from a
yeah.
perspective of strangers doing that shit. Even though, like you said, that should be the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like how brothers, you know, like the brother should have went over there and helped her out with her car and shit. But it can't be up to the strangers, and the strangers can't always define that. You know what I'm saying? Because that
Yeah, nah, yeah,
ain't
Facts,
no
because she
woman that
probably
know
got
how
a
to.
nigga. She probably got a nigga upstairs or something, right? Like it's probably a nigga that she texting right now that
Right.
she giving the booty to that don't fix the car that got her doing this shit in the first place. So I feel what you saying, right? Like it ain't really up to
right.
just a random dude. And see, that was the whole debate about the thing. That's what black men were saying, like. Why would I protect a random? So you mean to tell me I got kids at home and I'm supposed to risk my life for a random black chick
That's
that
what I'm
probably got a
saying.
nigga that probably got 7 kids from different niggas
Yeah, she
that
with the
that ain't,
Pookie
you
and
know what I'm
Ray Ray and shit,
saying?
but still
Fact,
saying shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
fact.
we got to stop saying shit like that, bro. You know, and it be dudes that be agreeing with this shit. You know, it ain't people think however they want to, bro. It's their opinion, but I don't think no man should be going along with that shit, especially like is people that act like they put themselves on the front line for that shit. You know what I'm saying? And they don't even do it for themselves. You know, like not that there's nothing wrong with it. You know, I don't be trying to like tell brothers how to live and shit, but we like Soul say all the time, every time we get on these videos, bro, like these, black woman is God niggas, bro, and shit like that. Put the woman before themselves and shit, bro. That's not reality. You know what I'm saying? Especially not for no stranger. Like you got to hold your own shit down, bro. It's different if I'm walking and I clearly see like a brother harassing a sister. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, she ain't trying, or do
Right.
I? Maybe he got pole on him or some shit. Like
Shit,
anything can happen.
that
I'm not
those type
trying
of
to sound like no
situations, yeah,
scary
you
nigga,
supposed to
but
step in.
right.
Nah, those type of situations, you
But
supposed to step
they
in. You
feel
supposed to, you know what I mean? You
unprotected,
supposed
but
to step in.
but the bad comes before us now and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Yeah,
so
nah, they
then we
they
get
they
put in the
saying they feel
spotlight.
unprotected.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nah, they saying they feel unprotected as far as they feel unprotected as far as them indulging in their craziness shit. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, yeah, yes, they feel unprotected as far as like if they go out to the fucking club and some nigga, you know what I'm saying, she flirt with a nigga and he not getting the hint and some shit, and you know what I'm saying, something go left and something like that. They talking about stuff like that, or as far as like, if they're trying to promote themselves as sexual beings, and then the everyday regular nigga is not saving them from being treated like shit against from the Pookie and Ray Rays and stuff like that. Those are the type of people they saying we should protect them from, but they
Mm.
are indulging in that willingly, and they're expecting the you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, for every beautiful woman out there, I guarantee you, if you look at her DMs, it's a million good niggas in there shooting a shot. It's a million of them in there shooting a shot on a daily basis, and they saying, hell no, I want to fuck Odell Beckham, or I want to fuck Future. You know what I'm saying? And then when Future dog them, then they say, oh, black men don't protect. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the fuck? Hell no,
Yeah, bro, that's what
no,
I'm
shorty, you
saying.
you
Like,
you
and
made
they
that.
come off of stranger
No,
niggas, like, you know what I'm saying. But I straddle the fence with it because, like Jay said, like it does start with us, but you know, it just takes a certain maturity to kind of um not look over this shit necessarily, but it takes a certain kind of maturity to even want to step up and talk. You know, that's the thing. A lot of men don't know how to just go up and talk casually. Hey, how you doing? This, and that. Just
right.
regular conversation and shit. You know. But yeah, I ain't want to make
And I
it
say,
seem like
and I ain't biased towards them. I ain't biased
yeah,
towards them neither. I ain't just biased towards women. This go for men too. Like, bro, like we all make our choices on the women or the men that we indulge in our daily lives, and who we allow in our in our bubble, in our circle. And
right.
when you know what I'm saying, when these women, don't ever get it twisted, bro. These women see these red flags in men early. Just like how like we just earlier said, that a woman could pick up if she want to have sex with a man early. She can pick up on if he's a provider, or is he not, or is he a leader, or is he not. Trust me, they pick up on it, and they just ignore
Mm-hmm.
it, just like how we ignore the flags. We ignore bro. You think Kanye ain't seen no fucking red flags with Kim? Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? That nigga been seeing red flags. You know what I'm saying? He just thought he was
Niggas took the
special.
risk.
He just thought he was special.
I
Niggas
could
thought
buy
niggas
my
thought he
way
was
out this
special.
shit.
So.
You know what I'm saying? He tried to buy his way out of his feelings, bro, and that shit. And they got bro where he is now. Now she, responding back to motherfuckers and shit like, oh, well, the dates you was talking about.
Get
That
her
shit,
back
that
broke
shit
right the
crazy.
fuck now.
She getting her back broke right now too. I
Right
guarantee you.
Right
now.
now, and
But
bro got the kids and shit.
that's what I'm saying. But so okay, so I heard I think it was like a few days ago, Kevin Samuels hosted a show. And I don't want to mention bro name. I ain't trying to get no clout, but I low key I'm gonna put that in the algorithm,
Yeah,
Kevin.
drop his name.
Oh,
Hashtag
my
Kevin
God.
Sam.
Oh,
Oh,
my
bro.
God.
Oh,
I'm clout chasing. I'm saying
Super
it. I'm
chats.
first.
Super
Right.
Kevin
chats.
First the
Kevin
super chat
Samuel's
now.
response. You know what
No, so right, right. The title gotta be that. I swear this video would do that, Joe. But nah, so he had a video. Just basically the topic was who brings more value to who, the man or the woman. But he said if they were on an island and of course um conception wasn't even in the picture, which is unrealistic. That's not real. So that's kind of why I came up with this topic of non-sexual, because of course, sex is part of life. But his point was, who's more valuable to the relationship or to the household, man or woman? And I just want to ask you, brothers, what was your thoughts on that? If you ain't even have to see the bill, but just what's your thoughts on that?
Who? I'm sorry. So I'm sorry. Who holds more value as far as like in a relationship?
Yes, and but it was the scenario was on an island uh without conception being, of course the that's like out of the picture. Sorry, I can't even find
Right.
the damn word.
like if we on an island and we got 100 women and 100 men, like who, like what you mean?
Yeah, kind of like that. Like, but again, the scenario is unreal. Of course, a dude would be had to go, you know, kill the animals and things like that. But I'm just kind of asking, just in a standpoint of who holds more value. Even if, okay, say even if we can't have kids, does that make women, the notch above us? You know what I mean? Like as far as value to the actual relationship or to the marriage. You know what I'm
Nah.
saying?
Hell, nah. I think, bro, we equally valuable. We men and
Right.
women are equally
That's what I was
valuable.
looking for. That's what
It's
I was
just
looking for.
they, yeah, yeah, no, we equally valuable. It's just they, and I don't want to. I'm not just coming at them, but I just have to say this. They aren't being valuable in their value. Like they don't think that what they do or what the value that they bring is important. Like I like just like I remember I had a whole discussion, you know what I'm saying, with the whole, having children and stuff like that, and it was a long discussion or whatever. And I was just like in awe. I'm like, wow, like y'all really taking motherhood as a burden. Like y'all really like here we are. It's 2021, and we're arguing with women who are in the ages of 25, 30 on, is a child a burden, or is it why you shouldn't, like we having this discussion right now. Like we really having this discussion on, like, because at one point it was, oh, these
Exactly.
niggas don't want to have
Exactly.
kids. These niggas don't want
Exactly.
to have kids. They don't want to be family men. And now you got men out here that's like, oh yeah, like let's have kids, let's build. And now they like, I don't know. And I'm just like, wow, like, but we're equally valued, you know what I'm saying? But they think, well, I guess that means I'm gonna get pregnant, right? So that means I'm gonna be out of work, quote unquote, for 9 months to however long. Then you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna just be around the house, I'm gonna be like, it's like, why do they not see that as valuable? I'm confused. Like that's the only reason I'm confused.
And
I would
no,
love to
that's
have a
what I.
female on. I would love to have a female
Me
on
too.
talking
Me
about that.
too. And that was my point. That before I let AK go, that was the point that I wanted to make. Like, do you guys kind of see the divisiveness in these titles and these tactics of who's more valuable, who's more? This is dividing the household. This is dividing the family structure. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the point I wanted to make with that
Right.
question. But go ahead, AK.
Yeah, I agree with so, only people that think they're higher than the other ones are the ones that still know that they have shit to work on or not truly living in their value, like Soul said, like not making themselves valuable, you know what I mean? And it shouldn't be a
Mm,
competition or I bring this and I bring that. Like it's like we said last week, it's a business, man. And if that's kind of the way that
mm,
society is, unless people are willing to start something brand new instead of like the woman sphere or the manosphere and shit like that, you know, we gonna always be divided. But we wanna be though because we think that shit brings independence, and it is, and it really don't because you could do shit on your own, but like realistically, we need each other, and a lot of this,
100%.
kind of like the
100%.
Kevin Samuels shit, like that shit's divisive as hell
Didn't I just say
because
that earlier? So yeah, bro, you could do it on your own, but damn, bro, should you? Could like yeah, you could.
Should you? Right, right,
Should you? You
right.
know what I'm
and there,
saying?
you know what I'm saying? They go for experiences and financial, like whatever, bro. Like we really not supposed to be doing this shit alone,
At
you
all.
know. So the
In
the
no
fact that
aspect.
yeah,
Whether that's
exactly, and the fact that
business.
people force that
Mm,
shit, and I got it on my own. I ain't never had to depend on no nigga. I ain't never needed no bit. You know what I'm saying, bro? That's
right,
some
right.
sucker shit because there is no easy way in life, bro. But think of just having that partner, even if it was a friendship, you know what I'm saying? But again, a lot of brothers overstep that boundary. They get too comfortable and misinterpret shit. It don't have to be a war. Like niggas battle the world every day, and then and just to
That's
get
why that video that
online
she
and shit
dropped,
and,
that
and
video
battle
that
one
that
another.
girl dropped, that video
Oh
that
yeah,
woman that
yeah,
lady dropped,
yeah,
that was a prime example of like,
yeah.
but she was so being so honest, bro, because that's so true. A lot of these guys are not getting who they want.
Yeah, man, I'm
And
telling
that's
you,
so
bro.
true.
That's why
They
that
not
was a
getting who they
powerful
want.
build. That was a powerful build, and she
Oh
she
my
stated it
god.
so well. She didn't go off topic.
Mm-hmm.
She said it from a
Not
woman's
at all.
perspective, and you know what I'm saying. We heard her loud and clear, man. And again, like just a lot of people should watch that video. And again, this is where self evaluation comes in, bro. And just
Mm-hmm.
allowing yourself to change too, though. Like again, bro, like like I said in the video, and like she kind of hinted at in the video, um men, when you get money, when you actually fulfill your purpose and become who you're destined to be. And I always say we all are meant to be stars. It's just different times to shine, bro. You know what I'm saying? And when you
Mm-hmm.
become that, who you have on your side is very crucial. So will you would you still be with that same person when all of that comes? And will that same
Mm.
person still be with you if all that was gone? You know what I'm saying? Like even if you start off rich in a relationship, you gotta know
That's
if
tough.
she, you know what I'm saying? So you
That's
gotta
tough.
really, this goes back to the main point of loving the persona instead of these conditions that we impose on each other. You know what I'm saying? So this is like, people change, man. Things change. Would you still love this
People
person
change.
if they could never walk again or could never have sex again tomorrow? You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? Like
She got in a car. She got in a car accident and her
car
face all the
accident,
way fucked up.
man. But this is love, right? Like no, like see, this is what I'm saying. Like see how we even
See,
taste in love.
that's
We even
tough.
because we even hate ourselves. That I know a lot of motherfuckers that'll kill themselves after that shit. If they lived, but they face. Remember, AK, we used to talk about that shit all the time. If nigga let me lose this or lose a limb or this, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, just kill me, bro. Like there's no point
Bro,
of
they
living no
say
more.
like, yeah, you'll never
You know what I'm
walk, like you
saying?
got permanent spine damage and shit. Like,
Facts, but
fuck it,
that's
like
true
take yeah.
love. That's true love even to yourself. If you could look yourself in the mirror and you paraplegic or some shit, and you look yourself in the mirror every day and you get up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah,
Nobody would
you
ever
ain't you ain't
love.
you ain't
Nobody
lying.
would
It's
ever
a
love you as much as you love yourself. Nobody will ever
That's
love you as
right.
much as as much as you love yourself. Not at
So
all.
why do
Not
we
at
have
all.
so many
And that's
self-enhancement
okay.
techniques out here then? Sorry to say it, yeah, LeBron the GOAT and shit, but he's still trying to hold on to the hairline and shit. Like that's self-conscious, subconscious behavior, bro. Like insecurity behavior, bro. Like we gotta kind of think about these type things, bro. Jalen Rose and them still, you know what I'm saying? Y'all 50, Joe. Just let it be regular, Joe.
But how do you do that? Like that's I guess that's what that's what it all comes down to is like, you know what I'm saying, every man is different. Like I said,
Right, right,
every
cause
man is
right.
gonna be completely different.
Maybe
Cause
I
it
call
like I
that
said, I
love.
know
Yeah, yeah.
what would you what would we how what if we went back in time and we ran into niggas like what's his name? What's his name? James Caan and them, where they was just they had like 12 women in one fucking thing, and he ain't give a fuck about none of them, but just fucking and reproducing them, but slaying all these countries and shit. You know what I'm saying? And we here talking about, oh nigga, but you gotta love these hoes. You know what I'm saying? He like, bro, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they like some men are just wired different. And nowadays, guys, you know what I'm saying? If we ain't in control of that sexual urge, like you were saying earlier, brother, like they will take control of us. You know what I'm saying? Which is why the black community is in a matriarchy world right now. You got everybody in the block on the block, single parent households, if not no parent households, grandparents raising them. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no
Yeah,
father figures out there who actually promoting hey man, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, and I don't know about you brothers, but you know what I'm saying? I've never had a conversation about sex with my father. Ever. You know what I'm saying? And like I know that had an effect on just like how I interact with women on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? So like how do you break that mold other than you know what I'm saying when you have children you start to put that game on them early like yo even if you have a daughter you know what I'm saying you put in that game on them like listen you know what I'm saying like your body is your best asset you know what I'm saying to give a fuck about nothing else you know what I'm saying like that you know what I mean niggas will die for what's between your legs you feel what I'm saying motherfuckers literally will so it shit it really comes down to that man and what he's trying to program his people and his leadership and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because his everybody's woman is gonna be different. It's gonna be tailor made to you. It's gonna be completely tailor
yeah,
made to you.
that's deep.
And that's a good point, man. Hmm. So, man. So, man, I mean, that was my last question I would have had for you, brothers. Uh, shit. Anybody else got any questions on the topic or, you know what I'm saying, any other sentiments? We definitely been building, Joe. See how we,
Oh,
we,
AK, you ain't chop into the friend zone shit.
oh, hell
AK,
yeah.
you ain't chop into the friend zone
Yeah,
shit.
bro, that shit.
But we could turn that
What,
into,
what
well,
you
yeah,
what?
go
Cause
ahead.
what was we talking about?
We turn that
we we
into a
we
whole,
was we was just chopping up, but that's another part of like the non-sexual shit though. It's like
Mm,
men kind of jump that gun. You know what I'm saying? Where are the men that friend zone the women? You know what I'm saying? You don't, or not
mm,
saying it don't happen, but we rarely hear that scenario.
mm,
But it just be brothers that be too excited. Oh, like we've been
I've
doing
done it
this
before.
on the vibe, been
I've
cool. I'ma just go ahead and shoot my shot and shit. And that shit just be left
I've done it
alone,
before,
G.
and I ain't gonna lie. That's what it made me think about. That shit made me think about. I'm like, damn, this is the type of like when you friend like when I friend zoned a girl, I was like, damn, like this the kind of power that a woman that you know what I'm saying, like that women be having over God. I'm like, damn, like when you
And
when you
niggas
friend
know
zone a
they be
woman, that fucks up
overstepping the
her head
boundary.
completely. That fucks up her head completely. That fucks
Yeah,
up her
cause
head
the guys
completely.
gotta be cool about it and shit. They be, well, don't make it weird and shit.
Cause they
Don't
can't
make
handle
it
rejection.
weird.
They can't handle
You know what
rejection like we
I'm
can.
saying?
They can't handle that shit.
I think we can't. You see, like a lot of niggas that be pulling guns on women and shit when they don't get the chick number and shit. Hey, damn, bro, you ain't want this shit that bad. Like, that shit be crazy, people. That's why fatherhood is the most important thing for a fucking man, bro, because you'll learn how to cope with a lot of that shit, bro. Especially,
yeah, that's true.
like, nah, you ain't even got to be no player to really like understand women and kind of just teach a young man about it and shit, bro. There's a lot of other essences that come with it. Like Jay was saying, kind of like the air quote emotional responsibility slash obligation or communication and shit like that.
mm,
We are wired like completely different from each other, and but we so similar in so many ways, and it's a lot of misguided
mm,
brothers out here. I don't think correct me if I'm wrong, or maybe there's some statistic behind this, but like how many of these men that abandoned their child had a father? You know what I'm saying?
Mm, a good
You
a
would
good
never
a
like
good
go
amount of
your
that's a good
pops
question.
would
That's a very
knock
good
your
question.
head off if you y'all had to show you. Yeah, she take care of him now. You know what I'm saying? Pops is definitely you'd be like, bro, like what the fuck? Like I ain't never taught you that. You know, like where you get that shit from? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But I don't
shit,
know,
shit.
man.
What's the next topic, Jay? What you trying to rap on, bro? I know next this weekend I want to do that build with you on the
Oh yeah,
why women love the
definitely.
character Ghost so much. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to
Man,
you
that's
about on
gonna be
that, man.
decent. That's gonna be a
I could
real decent. That's
probably
gonna
this
be a
weekend, this Saturday, or sometime this weekend
What
if you
what y'all
you know what I
say
mean
y'all was
whenever you
doing?
free.
bro finna build.
Shit,
Go ahead.
the why women love the character Ghost off Power so much. And I'm gonna do
Uh,
like a complete
they do.
character breakdown. You know what I'm saying? Like a complete
Right.
like like a complete you know what I'm saying, like as far as like mannerisms, as far as you know what I'm saying, because I
Right.
could I could tie it into like why black women love the edgy type black men, you know what I'm saying, versus the educated lame and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like what like y'all was saying, y'all was touching on a lot earlier when y'all was saying balance and stuff like that. Like I think that's a big key of why, you know what I'm saying, a lot of guys don't have that balance. They're either very too aggressive or they're a little too meek and or they're a little too hesitant. And you know what I'm saying, and women can pick up on that. And I was gonna tie that into Power and why, you know what I'm saying, women love that character, you know what I'm saying, so
Because
much.
there's
So
still
I
niggas
just
out
wanted
here
to
that go
talk
on
about that a little
Kevin shit and be like, "Am I alpha or not?" You know what I'm saying?
bit.
Asking him though. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
man.
Bro,
Like
I was
you
telling so that
asking
shit, bro.
him.
Like, could you fucking imagine? Like,
But see,
it'd be all kind of brothers on there. I'm 32, but you know, my mom and my sister live with me. You know, and they're making it
yeah,
hard for me to date. Am I still alpha? Like,
yeah.
bro, what the fuck? G? Like,
Yeah,
what, bro?
motherfucker.
Wow.
Like, why is you asking him that shit? Like, and he be telling they ass, bro, like, don't ask me that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, now I got a quick question for y'all. When y'all, let's, how do I explain it? When, okay, let's say high school, because we were all together in high school. Do do y'all think that in today, from 2013 to now, do y'all think the hierarchy, because there's hierarchy in high school, we all know that, like the jocks and you know what I'm saying, the good dressing niggas and the you know what I'm saying, those type of guys. Do you think
Hmm.
that hierarchy is still prevalent? Like, do you still think that like that, or do you think that the hierarchy is now changed? Do you think that guys who were low on the hierarchy back then, or do you think they higher on the hierarchy now, on
It
like the
depended.
ranking
Like,
total poll,
athletes was
like you know
still,
what
like,
I'm saying?
Right.
still
It
being
just
athletes, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
actually,
I
benefited off
think
that shit, you know.
I think
It's still
honestly,
some niggas that,
bro.
that hang on the high school cloud, though.
Right, and I was gonna say I think right. Yeah, hell yeah, okay. I know a few right there. I can name, but no, we ain't even just specifically. I think yeah. So because the people who were more creative in high school are the people I see, like that's doing their thing, or you know what I'm saying, more than the niggas that was hoopers or the football players. Really, you know what I'm saying.
Mm,
Now you may see
right.
a few, but just like I said, I mean, I feel like the people who were just more creative when they were younger, bro, them the people who surfacing now because we're in that age, bro. We're getting into the age of knowing, man, and it's gonna be a real good time, man. So I think it did. I think it
Mm,
definitely did switch. But AK, like you said,
Think so? Okay, okay,
The
okay.
next bill gonna be money management, black men money management.
Yeah, we got
Ooh,
to do
yeah.
that.
You
Not
feel
even
me?
on no like how
Mm,
we made
right.
this much money. None of that
No,
shit.
not at all. At all.
Yeah, it
How
ain't
you
none of that shit.
sustaining life right now without worrying about shit. You feel me? Like, well, you know what I'm saying? I mean, for me personally, I again, that's what warrior class is about. You know what I'm saying? Going being a warrior, not a warrior. You know what I'm saying? You niggas be worrying all the time and shit. You know what I'm saying? Men, we ain't
Get
supposed to
them
be
super chats
worried.
running, man.
My
Get them
life, bro.
super chats
I
running,
swear.
man.
Man,
Like,
Joe,
bro, niggas ain't
we go, bro.
nigga. It's
All we
like
gotta
four
do is stay
times.
faithful, Joe. This our fourth episode. Just stay faithful, hey, like I said, go. I'm just gonna go live, even if we, see how we came up with nothing out of something. You know what I'm saying? Something out of nothing, Joe. So you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
That's gonna
Yeah,
be our next one. That's gonna be powerful though. Money
that's
management.
gonna be hot because it's still like um we could branch off into a lot of shit because especially now the images to show like niggas dress nice like they able to make it like they financially stable and shit. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
still at mommy and daddy house though.
yeah, yeah. I'm
You know,
saying it.
and they don't like I like is it? It's not better, but I don't know. You can't have both. Like it's either you stacking your own money and you staying at home, or you got your own shit, but you still saving and putting away and shit too. Like I don't think being flashy and shit, but you in the basement at home, like
I
really,
never seen it go
it
hand
don't
in hand,
it don't
AK.
go hand in hand,
I
bro.
never
Like
What
seen
you
a
mean?
nigga that got his own crib and all that shit be rocking the be long and posting on
bro,
Insta
you
and shit.
don't never.
Like dead ass on my life. Like the niggas that be putting that shit on, the niggas that I see that be putting that shit on, my homies, I know of
Still go
people, you know what I'm
home,
saying?
ma,
That's
hey
what I'm
ma,
saying.
hey
On my
ma,
life. Or a
hey ma.
shorty or a you know what I'm saying? It's that. You feel me? The niggas that I know that's getting these 20K loans and all this shit. Like I said, bro, y'all gotta understand. And listen, this is how I know the hood gonna stay poor. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to get my plates. I was going to get my renewal the other day, and I just so happened to be in Cook County, right? And the lady, before she checked my ID, she already like had the shit rung up. So she like, yeah, three some. You know what I'm saying? She told me three something. I'm instantly like, what? Hell no, you tripping. So I give her my ID and shit. She like, oh yeah, you stay out, you know what I'm saying, birds and shit. Oh, it's one some. So I'm in there and
Hmm?
I'm like, wow. So Cook County
Say
tax is
what?
like $115 and shit. So I'm like,
God damn.
so I'm like, see what I'm saying? How we say the schools, the streets, all this shit is the poorest in the hood. But to come and get something established in the hood because I live in the hood because I'm poor, I have to pay a little more than the niggas out. You know what I'm saying? So that just made me think
Mm.
right there, like, damn, so this
Damn.
is why I see so many niggas without L's, so many niggas, you know what I'm saying? Don't want no insurance
Mm.
and
Cause
shit.
it costs
You feel
400
me?
and
Because it
shit.
costs.
Yeah.
Just driving in Cook County, if you get insurance in Cook County, your life, you know what I'm saying, that shit go up. Life insurance living in the city go up. You know what I'm saying? All that shit, folks, because you're liable to
Mm.
die. Like, are you liable to,
Liable
like,
is fuck, but
you know
you
what I'm saying?
paying, but you going broke trying to exist and shit though. Like
You
not
trying
to
to
exist, but kind
exist,
of to just be in society. You know what I'm saying?
be in poor shit. You feel me? Like, that's why I say, man, like,
Be
we gotta
somebody and
kind of
shit.
do some things about this, black man. We gotta start recognizing little shit like that. It ain't all about you niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like all this other shit, Joe. We talk about the wrong shit. And like my brother Soul started off with, man, rest in heaven, shine love, man. Like we gotta kind of start thinking about different things, man. Different things, black man, for real. It's different things to think about, man. And I just want to end on that though, man.
Yeah, for
So
real, man. It's time to change the narrative, and it don't even mean to be like like we say all the time, bro. Reaching the masses. Like if we can sharpen the people around us, is where it start because now like it's different. Like if somebody okay, like Jay, like both of y'all both.
Hey fellas, I gotta go. I'm hey fellas, I gotta go. I gotta head out.
I
All right,
definitely, brother,
man.
man.
Take
Much
care.
peace to you,
Love to you.
Much peace to y'all, brothers.
sir.
It's
Go ahead and finish your point, Kay.
yeah. I was saying, you and Soul, y'all have kind of like a new idea and new philosophy just on like different aspects of life and shit. Now, somebody that's watching y'all shit might take that, learn it, and regurgitate it to somebody else. Like, but that's completely different than people giving off the information as their shit. You know what I'm saying? And be like, oh, I had to find out that we are stars. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like, um,
Yeah.
that's that's kind of. I mean, I don't know. I know you don't want nobody like stealing your shit, but like, would do you care just as long as it's out there, or you like, no, give me my credit, like on some Pharaoh shit.
So for me, bro, I mean, me personally, man, I just want the message to flow through the universe, bro, because like you just said, bro, like I built this philosophy though. And see,
Right.
this is how philosophers, like I study philosophers, so this is how philosophers made a name for themselves, just asking different questions and coming up with different ways of thinking. And so that's real intellectual property. That's why I kind of feel a nocturnal way when I do see people, even hittingly like kind of be like, oh, I'm into this and into that. And I'll be like, but I gotta realize that, bro, this is a universal concept. Everybody just has to have it may have sparked a remembrance. You know what I'm
Yeah, but
saying?
I bet you feel like though, like, yeah, I do this for that reason, but it's kind of, I guess it's different when people like brand it as in like something they came up with. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And you can tell the difference between somebody that just learned and studied
Exactly.
the things that you're saying versus when they just kind of took
Exactly.
surface level shit that you say and like, oh, this is me now. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Exactly.
Like, even with the DBZ shit, it made me feel discouraged, bro. Cause like, and not saying can't nobody else like Dragon Ball Z, but like, bro, I I
Uh,
I, I did not see the love of that shit until I started coming
I
over to my
know.
guests and shit.
And then crazy thing is, why I don't see it no more though right now.
I don't see it
For
no
some
more.
for some reason, when you was doing it, all down my timeline, I'm just seeing for some reason DBZ memes
Bro,
every
niggas
week.
was showing the like DBZ tattoos and jokes and you know what I'm saying? Like
So
you
I
don't you don't
mean,
see it no more.
that's what I be
Not saying it
saying. It's
don't exist, but I
right,
don't see it.
right. As
And
massly. Yep, yep.
and it's crazy, bro. But I
That's
I'm
true.
gonna get back. I'm gonna get back into my shit anyway. But
That's true.
it's it's more because like I really enjoy doing that shit, man. Like, cause you had posted one of my older ones last week, and I'm like, damn, like when was the last time I watched my own shit? And
That's
I
what I'm
did
saying.
like the
What?
last three recent ones, and I'm like, wow, like this was some shit, man. For real, like this
Hey,
shit was
bro,
cold.
like, and that's why I say, like, I even look back at my oldest videos when, like I said, when I had nothing, when I just was really just like, bro,
Just
I this is
voiceovers. Like
this.
I remember that shit when
Hey,
you was just doing voiceovers, bro, and just
nigga, when
like
it was
slideshow and shit.
slash shows and shit, bro, just starting out trying to do this shit. You feel
Just
me?
just
But
do
I,
just putting it out
man,
though. Just getting it done, man. And that's
but
and
it was
that
some shit though because it was like this that science though. Like that was when you know what I'm saying. So Man, Joe, you right,
I
bro.
feel like the wave is always like you set the wave with it though. Like you were saying last week, bro. You kicked it off as kind of like the conscious shit, and that
Man,
was like
man.
huge. Like now, I feel like Umar is like really the only nigga left. Like, you
I
know
swear
what
to
I'm
God. I swear to
saying?
God. Oh my life. Now, listen. Yes, niggas are spiritual. Niggas do meditate now. Niggas do stretch and get into health and shit. But I don't see nobody talking about RBG
You
and
don't see
red,
it,
black.
yeah, bro.
So I mean, again, like I tell you guys, you are only responsible for your thoughts, your energy, and your circle, man. And that's all me and my brothers are trying to do is just build our circle, bro. We want to build this shit to where I have 7 brothers on here building, giving their perspective. I literally want people to be heard. I want perspectives, thoughts, questions, so that when we get off here, anybody can hear this in the world and may just think like, walk away from this and think like, man, damn, women do have non-sexual value, or damn, I do like this about a woman, instead of just thinking about, or anything else we
Mm-hmm.
say, just that spark, bro. That is the energy of God right there, is the idea, the spark, the I dare you, bro. And that's what my philosophy is. That's what I want to get out to people, is that mindset change, that thing that can get you to flip the switch right there. That is God, y'all. So man, I just, like I said, man, we gotta just keep building this episode 4. Man, I appreciate you for tuning in with me, brother, and again, staying, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, persistent with me, bro. Like that's real energy, man, and that's love, bro. So
Yeah, because
man,
if it like I think when we was this might have been like back in like our conscious shit where we was trying to get a group together and shit, and
mhm,
like we made it mandatory. We said it was gonna be mandatory. Like I know, like for the past, at least after the second one, I'm like, all right, bet on Mondays, like this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like this I
right.
have to be here on Mondays. You know what
Facts.
I'm
No,
saying?
like I literally set aside. I'd be like, man, look, from 6 to maybe 8, and you see, we always end up going because we just, this is what we do type shit. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna become an activity, bro. So, I just appreciate that shit, Joe. Man,
For
I'm gonna
real,
let you
it
go.
is. It's helped me gain a lot more confidence in the shit that I'm doing too. So I know there's other people listening that it may have strict them in the same way or a different way, but it all like I feel like anybody listening will leave and like want to do better, and just pay more attention and be more mindful. So I think if that's what anybody can get off of uh, the lives, is just that, is to learn something, study.
Yeah, man,
So I'm gonna
that's
get back into
100.
reading too. I need to pick me up a good book, bro. I need
Shit, I got
some good
recommendations
some
for
good
you,
reads.
man. I got you. I got the library over here. I definitely send you some, or send you a
Spiritual
recommendation.
corner store.
Like, matter of
Whip,
fact,
whip, 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 whip.
I'm gonna close out with the video again, man. We gonna end on commercial with this not the MLAK freestyle. It's the salute freestyle, man. I'm gonna get
Yeah.
next week. I'm gonna go and get your song on here, AK. So send me like a audio visual, and we gonna ride out like this, man. Much peace to you though, AK. Much peace to everybody who tuned in. We're gonna catch it on the playback. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, man. We gonna keep building Black in Think Tank. We out.
Keep going up. Chopper sing. RBG.
I can reach reach all of my goals if I don't lack effort. Ballin' in a whole nother league, nigga, my stats better. Dior sweater with Mangelas because it match better. Throwing signals at my pitcher just like a bat catcher. No members that throw gang signs by corner store. Standing outside with the pole like I'm going to vote. Can't get too relaxed on one level, nigga, there's more to go. Everything sitting on water look like a Florida coast. Let me get off that subject. Keep the heat, Jimmy Butler. My bro, my op, wish he wasn't. Hatred makes us both suffer. What a wonderful struggle. We done made it out the ghetto. What a wonderful hustle. The resources of earth grow plentiful. Lions don't fight with each other because there's plenty food. Anywho, I possess more knowledge than any school or any dude. Hell no, I don't want no dude say I'm a any dude. You would think a nigga work on cars, I keep plenty tools.
You would think a nigga walk a lot, I keep plenty shoes.
That's nasty.
I bought a Bentley coupe just to race with all my friends
Like Crash
Crash
Bandicoot.
like niggas, I'm living next to white folks.
The white folks. That's how you infiltrate next week. I'm bringing my
You
folks.
would think the bitch Facebook because I might
White folks.
Slim, pretty ass shorty with a slight poke. Dodgers hat, but beef, I'm not dodging that.
Hey, left bitches that put hands on you like massaging back.
Let your brothers egg you on,
You get your noggin cracked.
This
Wow.
Space Jams like where my monsters at. As I go on and on like Badu. I ain't got no
Badu.
accent, but I respect you like Salute.
Salute.
To speak my truth, well, here's my
Man, I love y'all, man. I love y'all, Joe, for real. Real shit, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Much love, Joe.